Come on, so we got 3 seconds left. 2, 1.
Oh God, call 911.
You did like 15 seconds of jumping jacks.
What up world, it's Trevor from 12 South the Fitness, certified personal trainer. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a wonderful and fantastic day today. However, before we get into today's video, I have a few things to ask you, and that is to follow me on social media, keep up to date on everything, and subscribe for more content. Hit that bell, give it a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, now that is all out of the way, let's jump into today's video. Today's video is going to be about how to build a circuit for training. I will be giving you an example of a circuit in this video, and you can build off of that or adjust any type of exercises for your goals. So starting off this video, we're going to need a few pieces of equipment, and most of these pieces of equipment you are going to have. And the first piece of equipment that we are going to need is, of course, yourself. You can't do a workout without you. And the second item is going to be a stopwatch or a phone. Now, I recommend a phone over the stopwatch just because you can install timer apps on your phone to help you through the circuit, as those apps on the phone will notify you of your exercise time and your rest time and when you should be swapping in between your stations. It just makes things a lot more easier than grabbing a stopwatch, hitting the button and counting it down, and then grabbing it again, hitting the button over and over and over again, because you might forget to grab the stopwatch, or of course it could get in the way while you're doing an exercise. Versus the phone, where it could be over on the table and of course playing your music at the same time, and you'll get a little ding dong or a ring or whichever type of tone you'd like to add into the app, notifying you that, hey, it's time to take a rest or it's time to start your exercise. And the third item is not necessary, but it does help out a lot when you're first starting your circuits, and that of course is a notepad. And this notepad can be on your phone, or you can go old school with a pen and paper. And you're just using this for reference while you are building your program. And of course, while you're building your program, you're gonna be writing it all down, making sure you're keeping a very accurate log on the exercises that you're going to be doing. And of course, while you're doing the exercises, you're gonna be concentrating on the exercise that you're doing, and you might forget what the next exercise or station is. And that is where that notepad comes in handy. And of course, I will have in the description the example plan, so if you just wanna follow that plan, you can always have that, just a screenshot or a picture of that, and then you can just follow that plan. And the last piece or pieces of equipment that you will need is anything that you plan on using during the exercises in this circuit program. Now, I'm going to be doing this example circuit in my gym, which none of you have access to, but if you do have access to a gym, you can use anything, of course, in your gym. However, if you are at home and you do not have access to any racks, free weights, or machines, you can always use your body weight or anything lying around the house. I have many bodyweight exercise videos on this channel. Links are going to be in the description of this video. And if you do plan on using some household equipment for your exercises, I have a video on that as well. Link will be down in the description. So how do we design a circuit program? Well, how to design it is pretty much basically what you want to do as your circuit. So do you want to do full body? Do you want to target muscle groups? Do you only want to work cardio? Do you kind of want to complete all of that into one big package program? I'm going to kind of give you an idea on picking your exercises and creating that program. So for the example that I'm going to be giving you here is going to be a full body circuit. We're going to be hitting our back, our chest, our legs, our shoulders, our core, and of course, a little bit of cardio. So when we are designing a circuit, we need to figure out, number one, how long are we going to do this circuit for? Is it going to be 30 minutes? Is it going to be 45 minutes? Is it going to be an hour? Is it going to be 90 minutes? Number two is going to be how many stations do we want to have? Is it going to be one? Well, it's not really a circuit if you have one. I recommend a minimum of 4. So if you want 4, 6, 8, whatever it is, we got to figure that out. And how many exercises are there going to be per station? Do we want 1, 2, 3, 4? It all depends on your time and of course on how many stations and exercises we have. And the last part of the equation is going to be how long each exercise and rest period is going to be. So if you want to have a 30-minute circuit program, you're not going to be taking 6-minute rests, because your whole program is just going to be resting, and we don't want that. We want exercise. And once we have all of that information, we can then fully design our circuit. Okay, so now let's look at an example. So the example that I have set today is going to be a 30-minute circuit program. We're going to have 4 stations, and in each station, we're going to have 2 exercises. And each of those exercises are going to be completed 3 times. Each exercise is going to be 30 seconds long, and the rest period in between each exercise is going to be 25 seconds long. Once we have fully completed a station, we're gonna get an extra rest of 30 seconds. So that is gonna be a 55-second rest at the end of the station. And if you need help with that math there, it is the 25 seconds of normal rest, and then we just add an extra 30 seconds on there while we prep or get ready for the next station, depending on your space. So that might be a little bit confusing of me just explaining it to you. So if you look on screen right now, I'm gonna show you a breakdown. So the total circuit, like I said, is going to be 4 stations. And in station 1, we have the 2 exercises. I'm going to label these station 1A and 1B. Station 2 will be 2A and 2B, and so on down the list until we hit our station 4. So in station 1, we're going to be targeting our legs. In station 2, we're going to be doing some cardio core and our shoulders. In station 3, we're just doing some cardio and of course our back. And then in station 4, we're doing some more cardio core and hitting our chest. So if we move back on to station 1, it's gonna tell us 1A legs and 1B legs. Those are our 2 exercises, and we're gonna be alternating in between those 2 during the program. So when we look at it, we have 1A legs body weight squats. We're gonna do that for 30 seconds and then take our 25-second rest, and then we're going to go into 1B, which is gonna be glute bridges for 30 seconds with 25 seconds rest, and then we move on back to A and then B, A, B, and then we are finished that station where we get our extra rest of 30 seconds, making that total rest of 55 seconds. Station 2 is the exact same way, however, we're now targeting our core and the shoulders. So we're gonna be doing some drunken mountain climbers for 30 seconds, and then we take our 25 seconds rest, and then we move into our shoulders, which will be some overhead lifts, which will be for 30 seconds with 25 seconds rest, and then we do the A, B, and then we get our full extra 30 seconds of rest. Station 3 is cardio. We're going to be doing skater hop toe touches, so get down, touch your toes, and then we're gonna move into our back and do some inverted rows. Once we finish that, we go straight back to the beginning and repeat that again. Repeat the process a total of 3 times. Station 4, we are doing cardio core again. This time we are working on regular mountain climbers, and then we move into push-ups, and then we go back into the regular mountain climbers, and then push-ups and regular mountain climbers and push-ups, and we are finished the program. Now, if you take all those exercises and add them all up with all the rest time, the total time is going to be 24 minutes. And you might be thinking to yourself, you said it was going to be 30 minutes. Well, it is, because at the very beginning, before we start, we're going to take a 2-minute warm-up session. That is just getting the body moved, all the joints warm and moving. No static stretching, but just some dynamic stretching. Get your shoulders moving, your legs moving, jogging on the spot, take a little walk around your area, make sure everything is ready to go. Once those 2 minutes are up, we're going to be doing all of our exercises. And at the very end, after you get your final rest period, we're gonna be taking a 4-minute cool down period. That is where you take a lap or 2 around your entire area. If you are in a small area, just kind of keep your body moving nice and slowly, cool down a little bit, just don't sit straight on the ground or lay down. Drink a little bit of water, stay well hydrated, and then we will stretch all of our muscles that we have just worked. By the time you are finished stretching, you should be at that 30-minute mark. Now that I have explained all of that, let's take a quick little look at all the exercises and how to perform them during this circuit. We start off with a 2-minute warm-up, light jog on the spot. Get the arms moving, get the shoulder joints warmed up, get your hip joints warmed up. Just continue on moving. We're not putting a lot of stress here, and we're not doing any static stretching. Just get the body warm and moving. Station 1, we start off with exercise 1A, which is our body weight squats for 30 seconds. Then we get our 25 seconds of rest. Once our rest is up, we move on to exercise 2A, which will be our glute bridges for 30 seconds. And then we rest for another 25 seconds. We will repeat that set 2 more times. At the end, we take our 25 seconds of normal rest plus an extra 30 seconds because we are now finished with station 1. We then move on to station 2, where we do exercise 2A, which will be our drunken mountain climbers for 30 seconds. When we are finished that, we get 25 seconds of rest. We will then move on to station 2B, which will be our shoulders, which will be our overhead lifts for 30 seconds. We will then get 25 seconds of rest, and when we repeat those 2 exercises 2 more times. We are finished that, we will take our 25 seconds of rest with a bonus of 30 seconds for finishing the station. Station 3, We start off with exercise 3A, which will be our skater hop toe touches. Make sure you guys are touching your toes if you can. We will do that for 30 seconds, and then we will take a rest of 25 seconds. When we are finished that, we move on to 3B, which will be our inverted rows. Try to keep your feet straight with your heels on the ground. If you cannot, bend your knees to make this a little bit easier. We will do that for 30 seconds with 25 seconds of rest, and we will repeat that 2 more times. Once we are finished that and we take our 25 seconds of rest, we get that extra 30 seconds for finishing the station. And we move on to our final station, which is station 4, with exercise 4A being regular mountain climbers. So now we keep our knees inside rather than our knees going to opposite elbows. And we get that for 30 seconds with 25 seconds of rest. When we are finished that, we move on to exercise 4B, which is our push-ups. We're gonna be doing that for 30 seconds with 25 seconds of rest. If you can, do a normal push-up. If the normal push-up is a little too difficult for you, you can drop down to the knees to make this easier. When we are finished the push-ups, we will take that 25 seconds of rest. And then we will repeat that 2 more times, just like we did with all the other stations. Once we are finished all of that, we'll get those 25 seconds of rest with the bonus of 30 seconds for finishing the station. Now that we are finished all of the stations, we will end up with a 4-minute cool down period. That is where we're gonna be walking a lap around our house, inside, outside, wherever you are. If you're at the gym, you're gonna be taking a loop around the gym. Do 1 or 2 laps around your area, making sure that you drink water, staying hydrated. We will then finish off with stretching our muscles that we worked. So we're gonna be stretching all of our muscles because we pretty much worked all of our muscles during this circuit. Congratulations, you have completed this circuit, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. This circuit is designed to be easy, not difficult. However, it will be tough. And if you feel like it was too easy for you, you can always repeat the circuit 1 more time, making it 1 hour long. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope this video benefits you and that you have learned something new today. If you did find the video helpful, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe for more content, share this with your friends and family. Maybe they will learn something new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you all for joining me, and remember to give it your maximum effort, because you're stronger than you think. And I will see you in the next video.